Discovering Asian dramas back in 2018 was an enlightening moment for me, and I've never looked back. I enjoy talking about them just as much as watching them. So much so that I decided to create a podcast with a heavier focus on Chinese dramas, but passing through Korean, Japanese, Thai, and Filipino dramas. Welcome to the Tea and Soju Asian Drama Podcast, your corner for drama talking. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Tea and Soju Asian Drama Podcast. I'm your host, Liliana, and in today's episode, it's going to be a what I'm currently watching. Now, these episodes are always so much fun for me to basically just go through my currently watching list, and as a podcast listener, not as a creator, it's one of my favorite episodes to listen to in other people's podcasts, just because I just love finding out what everybody's been watching, and I think it's always fun to do that. But also, I think I love doing these and I love listening to these, but I don't think my lists like them very much, because I tend to always add a show here or there whenever I listen to a new what I'm currently watching, but that's what I'm going to do in today's episode. I've also been thinking of a way of doing, I know for Korean dramas, a lot of podcasts have a, what's coming up in November, or, what K-dramas are coming up in the next week sort of thing. But for Chinese dramas, it's incredibly hard to do that, simply because sometimes they'll announce a week before that they're coming, or sometimes they'll just drop completely unannounced. It can be like 0 or 100. There's no really in between where they'll give you, a week or so. And actually, when they announce their drama premieres or their drama premiere dates, so to speak, too early, that's when you get worried, because from my experience, it normally means it's probably not going to air. It happened with The Oath of Love. We got a date, and then I think a week or so before that date, they said, no, it's not happening. We're cancelling the premiere. And I think it happens with a couple of other dramas. So I actually prefer when they just sort of tell you a couple of days before, because that seems to be more likely for it to come. And even then, I mean, with other dramas, specifically with She and Her Perfect Husband, this month, I think we got an initial date, and then it didn't go ahead. They said they cancelled it the day before, I believe, and then they gave us another date, but that, I think it was like 3 weeks later that we got a new date. So I always think, just give me the day like as close to it as possible, and then it's more likely for it to air. So with all of that being said, it's extremely hard to do, an episode where I'm doing, drama premieres for the next month or so, because it may not be any at all to it may be, 10 to, it just depends whenever they announce them. But I've been sort of thinking, what can I do that, will sort of fit into that category? And I always love when, so Avenue X and Marcus Here are two channels on YouTube that I follow. They are brilliant for Chinese entertainment and for Chinese dramas. I just absolutely love them. And whenever I watch their videos, whenever they have, so for Avenue X, she will have like a Saturday roundup where she'll basically just tell, at the beginning of that episode, that video, all the dramas that premiered within that week. Whereas Marcus Here, he will always do because I think he has episodes on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, if I'm not mistaken. And in every episode, he will just start off with his episodes with whatever's premiered in the last, couple of days since his last video. So I thought, I'm obviously not going to do a currently watching every single day, or not every single day, every single week. So it wouldn't make sense for me to do that, what's premiered in the last week. But I thought, since my currently watching lists episodes tend to be at the end of the month, it would be good to just basically go through all the dramas that premiered in the last month. So basically, instead of looking ahead in Chinese drama land, I'm going to be looking backwards and basically just going through the premieres for that month. Now, I'm only going to be going through the premieres for full-length dramas, so I'm not counting any of the web dramas. And by web dramas, I mean the small, 10-minute episodes or, 5-minute episodes, because they are just incredibly hard to keep up with. There's always new ones coming out from every single network, and it's quite hard to keep up with all of them. So I have just gone through and sort of collected the dramas that have premiered in the last month for Chinese dramas, and I'll go through them now. There is quite a few actually for November, and the way I've done it is I'm not going to go through basically what they're about, because I haven't even watched all of them. So what I will do is, at the beginning of every currently watching episode, I will go through all the dramas that premiered in the last month for Chinese dramas, and I will just go through what they're called, where are they airing, how many episodes, and then what kind of genres they are, as well as who is the main cast. And I think that sort of gives you an idea if you fancy that genre, or if you have missed that drama has come out, but you want to check it out because you like one of the main leads or anything like that. I think it'll just give you a idea of what's happening for Chinese dramas for the past month. I hope you like this idea. If you do, let me know, because it is something I'm, just trying out this episode. So hopefully it'll be a good one, and hopefully it'll work out quite well. Also, I have tried to collect all of them, but obviously I might have missed one. If that's the case, if you pick up that I missed a drama that premiered in November for Chinese dramas, let me know, and I'll add that onto my socials, and then at least it's out there as well. But yeah, hopefully I haven't missed too many. Also, right, just before we go into that list, I think it's become a little bit of tradition that at the beginning of every episode, I just tell you what drink I've sat down with. Still no soju. I feel like I need to get to the soju at some point. But for that, I need to record on a weekend and not on a weekday, because soju can get a little bit crazy. So, I will eventually get to. I have some guest episodes planned to do for next year. So I feel like that would be really fun to, record. I don't know how my guests would feel about that, but I think it would be fun to record while drinking some soju. But we shall see. We shall see. Anyway, so today I've sat down, I've made myself a chai tea again, but I've added I've got this cinnamon vanilla syrup sitting downstairs, and I've tried it in coffee, but I don't necessarily like the taste of it in coffee. Now I love cinnamon, but it just doesn't seem to work for me in coffee. Although I did try a cinnamon dolce latte from Starbucks, and I actually really like that. So maybe this one I just need to tweak it or something. I don't know. But I put a bit of that into my chai tea. I don't know if it's going to work. It might be, a complete faux pas, but we shall see. That's what I've got anyways. And I think that's everything for my little introduction, which isn't little. As per normal, my introduction seems to get longer every single episode. I think that's it. Oh, apart from, so today I have absolutely no script whatsoever. I've just sat down and written my currently watching list and put them into categories, and then written, I've been going through the month. As soon as I find out a drama's premiere day, I've written them down in a little note on my phone. So we shall see. This may be one of those episodes where I regret not writing a script, but it is the first time I'm recording with just the most baseline notes. So hopefully this is going to go okay. We shall see tomorrow when I post this whether I regret it or not. We don't know. But anyways, without further ado, Before I go into my currently watching, like I said earlier, I'm just going to go through the November premieres for Chinese dramas. So the first one is called Unexpected Falling, and that is a 40-episode drama that is currently airing on the platform Youku, and that came out on the 2nd of November, and it's a thriller mystery romance starring Elvira Chai and Peng Guan-ying. Also, just before I go on, I do want to say I got these tags and cast names from my drama list. So my drama list, sometimes their tags aren't the best, but like I said, I haven't fully watched these dramas, so I can't really label them myself. Hopefully they're as accurate as possible. I do want to swap over to, I think it's Wiki, Drama Wiki. I just feel like their tags and their descriptions tend to be slightly better than MDL. So next month when I do my roundup, it'll be everything from Drama Wiki. I think it'll work slightly better, but like I said, this is the first time I'm trying this out, so hopefully it'll be all right. So the second drama that I've got on the list is called Delicious Romance. Now, there is another drama that came out in 2022 that is also called Delicious Romance. So initially this was called Delicious Romance, but it got renamed, and it's the official title for it now is Healing Love, Healing Food. And that is airing on the platform iQIYI, and that also came out on the 2nd of November. It is a romance drama, and also it is tagged as a food drama. I would definitely agree. I will come back to this one because I am watching this one. And this one stars Zhang He and Zhao Yao Ke. The next one is the Neuron Doctors, and this is also an iQIYI drama, and it came out on the 2nd of the 10th again. It's a medical thriller starring Zhao Dawei and Wang Yujun. The next one, we already know I love this drama, is Lighter and Princess. It is being aired on the platform Youku, and it came out on the 3rd of November. It is a romance youth business starring Chen Fei-yu and Zhang Jingyi. The next one is Thank You Doctor, and that came out on the 4th of November. It is a medical romance drama starring Yang Mi and Bai Yu. Next is A Game of Wisdom. It is airing on the platform Tencent. It came out on the 5th of November and is a business romance drama starring Qin Hao and Wan Qian. The next one is When We Meet. That came out on iQIYI, and that came out on the 7th of November. It is a comedy romance youth drama starring Zhao Dongzi, Wan Maxi, Melody Tang, and Xiaoyu Liang. The next one is New Life Begins. That is a 40-episode drama, and it's being aired on the platform iQIYI. It came out on the 11th of the 10th. It is a romance historical comedy drama starring Tian Shi-wei and Bai Jingting. And then on the 11th of the 11th, the drama The Long River came out, and that is a Hunan TV, Mango TV drama, and it's historical, and it stars Lu Jin, Yin Fang, Huang Zizong. And then on the 17th of the 11th, we have, now there again, this is one of those dramas that it has two names. Now, I believe it is being aired on the platform iQIYI, and I believe there it is called Fairy from the Painting, but initially it was called You Are the Ideal on Earth. I don't know if that was just a beginning title, but that's what I was seeing it as. But then it got renamed, and I think the title both on MDL, don't quote me on that, I believe on MDL it's also Fairy from the Painting. That is a romance fantasy drama, and it stars Peter Shang and Wang Mohan. Then on the 18th of the 11th, we had the drama Summer Wind. It is a WeTV Tencent drama, and it's a romance drama starring Lawrence Wong and Amanda Liu. Then on the 19th of the 11th, we have Warm Meet You, and that is a Mango TV drama. The reason why I haven't watched it, because Mango TV subs are impossible. Sorry, I had to slide that in. I'm still annoyed that I can't watch this one quite yet. It is a rom-com and it stars Lee Gu-yang and Chi Yu-chen. Then we have Her Dun's Happiness. That came out on the 23rd of the 11th, and it is a Youku drama. Now, this is only an 8-episode little follow-up to the last year's The Psychologist, and this is a thriller psychological romance drama starring Yang De and Jing Boran. And then we have Woman Walk the Line, and that came out on the 25th of the 11th. It is a Hunan TV drama. It's a romance life drama starring Shu Lu and Chen Du Ling. And then the other one, now this is one that I'm pretty sure there is, again, 2 names. On MDL, it is called Miss Yi in Wonderland. But on the platform iQIYI where it's being aired, it's actually called My Life as a Villain Character. And that came out on the 25th of the 11th. It's a romance fantasy drama starring Ji Mei Han and Wang Ranzi. Next one would be Wild Bloom, and that came out on the 27th of the 11th. It is an iQIYI drama again. iQIYI has just been pumping out dramas this month. It's crazy. This one is a business romance drama, and it stars Zhao Liying and Wu Hao. Now, these next 2, now I'm recording on the 29th, so this one should be out, which is the Indomitable Mission, and it is on the 28th of 11th, and it is a Dragon TV and Migu drama. It is a period spy drama starring Chin Jun Jae and Kan Ching Zi. Now, the next one is the one. Now, obviously, I'm recording today, which is the 29th, and this one has a premiere date for the 30th. Hopefully, it does go smoothly and it all comes out, but we'll just have to see, and because I'm actually excited for this one. And it's called Shining Just For You. Like I said, 30th of the 11th. It is a Youku drama, and it's labeled as historical romance fantasy, and it stars Fang Sheifang and Pang Xiaoran. Now, I know that's a lot of dramas that I'm just throwing at you, so what I will do is I will also grab that list and just sort of screenshot it and add it to my post for the like on Instagram and on Twitter, on my socials. I'll add that post this list of dramas that I've collected, and then they will be there as well, because I don't think I can quite write them all out for the episode description. So at least in this way, if there is anything that you sort of want to go and check out, all the dramas for November will be listed on my Instagram account and my Twitter. So they are there. Is this a thing that you like? Like, should I carry on doing this for my currently watching episodes? I'm not sure. It's just something I thought I would try out. But, you know, I'd love to hear what you think, if it's something you think is quite useful to have in the currently watching episodes or not. So just let me know. You know, I'd be really grateful if you could give some feedback on that aspect. So, moving along to the next segment of today's episode, and that will be my currently watching list. And as you know, you may know if you've listened to my previous what I'm currently watching episodes, I tend to divide my dramas that I'm watching into like categories, and that makes it easier for me to prioritize which dramas I want to watch first, when I've got a little bit less time. So yeah, it just sort of helps keep everything in balance, so to speak. A friend of mine did this on Discord, and it kind of stuck, and I really liked it. I just think it's a fun way to sort of dole out your currently watching list. And for today's categories, I've got absolutely loving and chasing, loving, enjoying, somewhat enjoying, too early to tell, just need to finish this drama because I'm so close to the end, dropped, finished, and I think that's it. So yeah, those will be the categories. And moving to the first category, I will go from the absolutely loving downwards, and this will come as no surprise to anybody at all who's been listening. The first drama on my absolutely loving and chasing category would be Lighter and Princess, the Youku drama starring Chen Fei-yu and Zhang Jingyi. And I just love this drama. Like, I absolutely love it. This is the drama where I'll be sitting at work counting down the minutes I can leave so I can watch an episode, or it's really frustrating because I know when these episodes drop, right? I know it in my time, and by my lunchtime the new episodes would have uploaded, and I'll be sitting there thinking, do I want to sneak in 25 minutes of an episode, or do I want to wait and watch the whole thing when I get home? And for the most part, usually sneaking in like the first 15 or 20 minutes of the episode will win out over everything else. But then I regret that choice, because then I just want to sit and carry on watching it, as opposed to I can't because I have to go back to work, obviously. So yeah, this is the drama that I'm definitely like chasing down the quickest. I absolutely love it. And I don't think I can pinpoint just one reason why I'm enjoying it so much. I just am. I have so many notes for this drama, so I will definitely be doing an episode, like a review episode. It finishes, I believe, on the 6th of December, which is next week at the time of recording this episode. Obviously, if you're listening to this in the future, it would have gone and been done by then. But yeah, it finishes next week, and I will either have an episode up next week or the week after, I think, my final review for it, because I have lots of notes, lots of thoughts, lots of emotions, and I will need to get this out. I feel like this is going to be Fairy and Devil all over again. Like, for that drama, I had extensive notes for that drama as well, so we shall see. Hopefully I can, it just depends how quickly I can gather my thoughts about, how the ending goes and whatnot. That will just, depend on how quickly I can get an episode out. So we shall see. But look out for that one, because that one's definitely coming. So in this category, I also have the drama New Life Begins, and that is starring Tian Wei and Bai Jingting. And basically, I spoke about both of these dramas in last week's episode. I just gave like a rough outline about it. So hopefully you can, just go back and sort of listen to my first impressions on both of these dramas. I'm just absolutely loving both of them. And now, so for New Life Begins, I am now up to episode 30, I believe. Episode 30, I think, for New Life Begins. And I am up to episode 29, I think, of Lighter and Princess. It's really bizarre how they've sort of been airing it. But yeah, I have new episodes for both of these dramas when I finish recording today, so that's exciting. And I'm still very much absolutely loving both of them and like chasing down episodes. Unfortunately, they both air. So Lighter and Princess airs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and New Life Begins airs Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I'm like, I wish they would be like split. So I wish one of them would air at the beginning of the week and then the other one would air at the end of the week, because it would make waiting for the other one like a little bit easier. But no, they both air at the same time, which means I binge the episodes for both of these at the same time, and then like the other half of the week I'm like left waiting for new episodes. There are obviously other dramas that I'm watching, but none are quite as, I'm not quite loving any as much as I am these two. There's just something about them. So yeah, I'll be doing reviews, like I said, for both of these, so look out for that, because that's going to be quite exciting. So for my next category, I have my loving category, and I have 2 dramas in this. Now, I haven't written any descriptions or anything, so I'm literally just going to go into MDL and read out the descriptions for them, just so you know what they're about. The next one up is called Miss Yi in Wonderland. Again, this is the drama that on iQIYI is actually called My Life as a Villain Character, and I started this kind of like on a whim, because it came up on iQIYI and I was like, oh, this looks kind of fun and interesting, and oh my god, I sat there and I binged like 8 episodes straight. And is this the best drama ever? No. But is it fun to watch? Absolutely. The episodes are only about 25 minutes each, and I'm just really enjoying it. It's fun. So MDL says, this is the description for it on MDL. Office worker Yi Wan-ge got involved in a car accident and wakes up to find herself transformed into a character. Yi Wan-ge thinks she can return to reality if she sets up the male lead Fang Mu-chan and the virtuous female lead Lu Wan-ching together. After failing time and time again, Yi Wan-ge realizes that she can only truly leave after completing the life quests in the story. So basically, she gets into a car accident and gets transported into a book that she was reading, into like a manhwa, I think it's called, that she was reading. And basically she's trapped in there until she completes the whole story. And I have been really, really finding this drama so fun to watch. It's literally one of those where you can sit down and just completely turn your brain off, because the drama doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's just fun to watch. And like I said, literally episodes are only about 20-25 minutes each episode, and they go by so quickly. And also, this male lead is ridiculously charming on screen. Like, I don't know what it is, but he's very, very charming. He has like that charisma. So yeah, I have been really enjoying this one. It's definitely one of those that I just can't wait to get to. Now, but this one I think airs new episodes pretty much every day. It's airing on iQIYI, so I just fit it in around the dramas that I'm currently watching, because it's a nice breakup. Also, a lot of the dramas that I was watching kind of were like hitting a place of angst all at the same time, but this one isn't. This one's just kind of like fun and easygoing. So it's the one that I kind of go to when, all my other dramas are hitting that spot where it's getting really angsty to watch and I need to like sort of calm down a little bit. So this one's a like turn your brain off kind of drama, but it's pretty good. Is it, like I said, is it the best drama out there? No. But do I have a whole lot of fun while watching it? Absolutely. So that's why I'm loving it so much. Next up on my loving category is the Korean drama Under the Queen's Umbrella. Now, I have been watching this one. I've been keeping up. I believe I'm like 3 episodes behind, just because Chinese dramas have been kicking me down. Like, they've been coming at me left, right, and center. And I've just been loving Chinese dramas in the second half of this year. So, whenever I have like my list, right, and I have various countries on my currently watching list, I tend to prioritize Chinese dramas. Not necessarily because, I think they're absolutely the epitome of the best out there, but they have they drop so many episodes a week. Like, the minimum you will get is like 6 episodes a week, and it is much easier to keep up with a Korean drama that's only like 2 episodes a week than it is a Chinese drama. So I don't mind getting behind a little bit on Korean dramas, as much as I do on Chinese dramas. So that's why I think about 3 episodes behind, maybe a little bit more. I'm not quite sure. I think I'm like either on episode 9 or episode 10, but I am really, really loving this drama. And MDL has a description for it as: within the palace exist troublemaking princes who cause nothing but headache for the royal family and are about to be turned into proper crown princes. Their mother, Im Hwa Ryong, is the wife of the great king, but instead of having an aura of elegance and grace, she is a prickly, sensitive, and hot-tempered queen. Once more serene, she changed since people kept pushing her buttons. She is a queen who sometimes abandons her pride and is even known to swear. Every day of her life is full of trials, but she withstands them all for the sake of her children. Now, this is the reason why I'm loving this drama so much. So the queen is played by the actress Kim Hye-soo, and I just absolutely love her. Like, I love this character so much. She's unlike any other queen character that I've watched in any Korean drama or any Asian drama for that matter. At least the ones that I've seen. She's very much unlike any queen. And yes, there is like politics involved in this drama, but I find that when the politics are like based on the women, or they're like the women like politicking instead of like old men in beards, that's what I'm trying to get to. I find myself attracted to those dramas way more than any other like the politics in historical dramas. And this one does it so well because the focus is fully on the women. Like, the king is there, but this is the queen's story, and I just love that so much. She's such an interesting character from all angles. Like, she's multi-layered and she's flawed, and I just love it. I don't think I would have been enjoying it as much if this was like just a typical historical, drama where, the attention would be like on the princes and who's going to become the crown prince and all of that. But because the queen is just such an interesting character, it makes me love this drama, so much. So yeah, I want to try and catch up this week, and then I'll be trying to keep up with it until the end, which is, I think it's up to episode 12, I believe. So there's only a couple more episodes, 4 episodes to go until the end of it. So I can't wait to sort of watch a bit more now that I'm like sort of more caught up on some other dramas. So that's it for my what I'm like currently loving. And then I have 3 dramas on the enjoying category, and the first one would be Healing Love, Healing Food. Now, that is a drama that's being aired on iQIYI, and it's actually finished airing, so I'm a little bit behind. I sort of just fell behind with it, and now it's just like sitting in my currently watching. I remember like I'm still enjoying the drama, but I just haven't had the time to go back to it. So now that it's like finished airing, I will probably just like sort of sit down and just like binge the rest of it. But on MDL, the description goes, it mainly tells a love story between Shen Ying and Zhang Dao, who are two very different people in terms of personality and professions, but both of them share 2 things in common, which is the same interests and goals. That is, they want to share all kinds of healthy delicacies to the world as they harvested their own love story. Shen Ying is a magazine food editor. She is an independent and hardworking person. She is pretty and kind to others. Zhang Dao is the special director of the gourmet edition of the magazine. He has a cold and arrogant personality. He is very principled and particular in doing things. He has very strict requirements for food. Now, that doesn't tell you very much about the drama, but basically I just, this is basically like food porn because the food on the screen is so pretty. I just want to eat. And I quite like the male lead and the female lead are doing a pretty good job. So yeah, I don't think it'll make like my, absolutely loving list or whatever, but it is a nice enough drama that I do want to go back and finish it up now that it's complete. But like I said, I just sort of fell behind with it. Hopefully I can go back in and sort of finish it out once it'll probably be once Lighter and Princess and New Life Begins are out of the way, just because I'm so obsessed with those two dramas that all the other dramas sort of seem to pale in comparison. So I think this one suffered a little bit for that because I just sort of absolutely fell in love with those two dramas and kind of like got behind on everything else. So yeah, I think that's what happened there. So next up, on my currently watching for the enjoying part, I have the drama May I Help You, and that is the Korean drama. And the story tells, so MDL's description of it is, Baek Dong-ju works as a funeral director. She has a special ability that allows her to see and talk to dead people. The dead people ask Baek Dong-ju to grant their last wish. If Baek Dong-ju doesn't grant their wishes, her day becomes filled with bad luck. This motivates her to listen to their wishes and grant them their wishes with the help of Kim Jib-sa. Kim Jib-sa is an employee at errand service Lee Dong-baek, which is owned by his uncle Vincent. Lee Dong-baek provides service for pretty much anything clients ask for, even minor things like changing light bulbs. Kim Jib-sa does his best for his clients. So yeah, I think that tells you pretty much what the drama is about. Now, I am a little bit behind on this one, but I am already enjoying. So basically there's like storylines that are similar to Tomorrow, where they are sort of dealing with like death, because obviously she works in a funeral home. But I am actually really, really behind on this one. I think I've only watched 4 episodes. Not for any particular reason other than I've literally just not had quite the time. But I definitely do want to go back to it because what I've watched so far, I've enjoyed. I really like how they're doing, portraying the dead people's stories. And the main couple is doing pretty well. Like, I do like the leads. But also, Haeri in this is really, really good. I find that Haeri has been picking up better drama choices for herself in like the last year or two. And I think she's kind of like finding her niche and she's doing pretty well here. I'm really enjoying her as well. So I will definitely be coming back to this one. Now, the next on my currently enjoying list category is a Japanese drama, and this one I really am super behind on it. I've only watched the first episode, but I definitely want to get into it because I have heard like some of my friends talk about it and they have been absolutely loving this drama, and I feel like once I really get into it I'm really going to enjoy it as well. But like I said, as of right now I've only watched 1 episode, but on MDL I'm not sure if I've said the name. It is a Japanese drama, Silent, and on MDL the description for it is Tsumogi Ayoba fell in love with Sakura, who attended the same high school. They both shared an interest in music. Their relationship got deeper and deeper, but suddenly Sakura said goodbye to her without giving a reason for their breakup, and he disappeared. 8 years later, Aoba is now in Tokyo and works part-time at a large CD music store. She is surrounded by music she likes. One day she happens to see Sakura. She wants to talk to him, but she realizes that he has lost his hearing. So That's the main plot. I can't expand very much on that because literally I've only watched the first episode. But what I watched of the first episode has been enough to put it on like my enjoying category because I did enjoy the first episode. So I'll definitely be going back to that one. I think that one is either recently finished or it's got like a couple of episodes to go till the end. But like I said, a lot of my friends have been watching it and they've really been enjoying it. So I definitely want to go back in and try it up. Now, there are, on my next category, it will be the somewhat enjoying category. And I feel like I am going to get a lot of maybe backlash or something because of the next drama that is in my somewhat enjoying. But we've all just got to remember, everybody's got their like personal taste of what they're going to like and what they're not going to like. And that's completely fine. Not every drama is for every single person. But I have put somewhat enjoying. I have put She and Her Perfect Husband. And that is the Young Mi and Shu Kai drama that's currently airing on Tencent. I am up to episode 9 and I have been stuck at episode 9 for about a week now that I haven't gone back to this drama. And I feel like, and even before then, I was kind of like watching it, but a lot of the time I had it on in the background while I was working on something else. Now, it may be because I haven't given it enough of a chance, but my two main problems with this drama right now, and this is why it's like on my somewhat enjoying it, is because I can see the slight potential in it. But 3 things worry me. As of right now, I don't really see the chemistry between Yang Mi and Shu Kai. I find the drama quite slow going. Like the pacing just isn't working for me. And thirdly, this is a 40 episode modern drama. 40 episodes is a lot for modern drama. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of filler in this. And I think they're going to do that by like focusing way more on like her job and what she does and problems that arise within her job than what I assumed they would be going into this drama. Now, I think that's probably why. I think I had like certain expectations. Like this drama was so anticipated just because of the pairing. It's a good actor, a good actress, and I felt like I maybe anticipated it so much that it's kind of like not living up to the expectations that I had for it, at least as of to episode 9. I do want to give it like, more episodes because, 10 episodes is like, what, a third of the way? Not even that. So I would like to give it like a couple more episodes and see if I can really get into it. I think it also suffers, again, like every other drama on my list, I will caveat by saying it probably suffers from the fact that I am absolutely obsessed with 2 currently airing dramas right now. And that means that all my other dramas kind of pale in comparison because I'm like watching them, but I'm like counting the days down for those other dramas. So that may also have a negative impact on it. But like I said, I will be going back and sort of going back and watching a couple more episodes and just see where I land. And if I don't like, if it doesn't really evolve for me, then I will just drop it. I've learned that it's better to drop a drama than to watch it all the way through and then kind of have like a negative impression on the actor or the actress by no fault of their own, other than you should have just dropped the drama because you weren't enjoying it. And dramas are meant to be enjoyed. So if you're not enjoying them, let them go. That is what I've learned over however many years I've been watching dramas. If I'm not enjoying it, then I'm letting it go. I give the dramas a fair enough shot, and then if I don't like them, let them go. That's worked well for me, and personal taste is personal taste. But I have heard that there's quite a few people that have been enjoying it, so I am willing to give it like a couple more episodes and see like ultimately where I land. So next up on my somewhat enjoying is the Korean drama Cheer Up. And Now, this one, when it first started, I was really excited watching it, like really, really excited. Again, the one problem I think this drama has, it hit that time, it's airing while the World Cup is also on, which means there's been like weeks where they've only aired one episode, and then there's like weeks where they haven't aired any episodes at all. So the airing schedule is a little bit mad, and that's not the show's fault, it's just how it is. But I think that kind of like negatively affects the show, because you kind of like lose the plot of where you're going, and people are expecting 2 episodes and then you don't get 2 episodes. So I do understand that there was one week they did not air because of the tragedies that happened over the Halloween period in South Korea. So that was, very respectful of them. I think they did the right thing there. The country was in mourning. So it was, completely valid reason for them to do it. But then I think they kind of also hit the snag of, because that happened, it kind of delayed their airing schedule to a little bit later, which means they've sort of run into the World Cup, which kind of makes it, their airing schedule is a little bit all over the place. So it's not the show's fault, but it does certainly have an impact on it, at least personally for me. But my main problem with it is the writing of this show. So at the beginning, I was super excited, it's got a little bit of a thriller aspect to it, and I was like excited to find out what was going to happen to the characters. But then this writer dragged this triangle relationship of the male lead, the female lead, and the second male lead for so many episodes. So many episodes. I feel like this drama needs to be 12 episodes, and the story would have flowed so much better. Like at 16 episodes, I feel like some points, especially like the male lead, second male lead, female lead triangle, was just dragged for so long. So I kind of had stopped. I believe episode sort of 9, maybe 10, I sort of like watched. And then like a clip came up that I was like, oh, I'm really not sure about this. Like, I don't like where it's heading. Do I just cut my losses now? But there was also aspects of it that I was still enjoying it. So I was really conflicted. And then I just didn't have the time. So kind of like I got behind. And I think I was like on episode 8, I believe. But then I saw a clip that a friend shared on Discord for episode 12, and now I'm like, oh, maybe I need to pick this back up. So that's why it's in my somewhat enjoying it, because there is aspects of this drama that I'm really enjoying, but then there's just other aspects where I'm just like, I'm so done. So we will see. We will see in the next currently watching update whether I have picked it up, whether I finished it, or whether I was just like, no, I'll stick to just going on YouTube and watching the clips of the main couple. We shall see which way this one goes. But as of right now, I'm inclined to think I will probably go back and sort of, even if I'm watching at 1.5 speed, I may go back just to see how it all gets wrapped up. So that's it for my somewhat enjoying category. Now, the next one is my too early to tell category. And in that category, I have the drama Hit the Top. It is an older drama, and I'm doing it as a watch party with some friends, like a watch along with some friends. I'm so behind on this drama. Like, we're supposed to watch 2 episodes a week and then like sort of talk at the weekend. So I'm hoping that this week I'm just like gonna catch everything up. I'm a little bit freer this weekend. My weekends have been so busy. So I'm really hoping that I can catch up and sort of jump into it. So that's why it's too early to tell, because I think I've only watched 3 episodes, I believe. So I'm slightly behind. I think we're meant to be watching, I don't even know which episode we're meant to be up to. I'm going to have to check with them because I've lost the plot on this one. But yeah, that's why it's on too early to tell, because I've only watched 3 episodes. I'm enjoying it so far. I like the cast. So we shall see where it lands next update on my currently watching. And the next one is, I've made a category for this drama alone, and it says, just need to finish this drama because I'm so close to the end. And that is the drama My Girlfriend is an Alien Too. I literally have like 3 or 4 episodes left on this drama, and I'm like, why? It kind of like, I don't know. I think it was airing when I went away, and then I kind of got behind on it. And to be honest, I'm not enjoying it nearly as much as I enjoyed the first season. I feel like it's just like a, churning of the same story from the first season, but said slightly different. So, but I've seen a couple of clips from the ending, and I do want to finish it because those clips will be worth it. So I will get to those clips for sure. But that's why it's in the category of its own. I will get to I just need to sort of sit down and watch the last couple of episodes. Again, I blame this on Lighter and Princess and New Life Begins, because for the first a couple of weeks that they were airing, they were dropping episodes pretty much every day. So I was like keeping up with them and kind of ignoring that any other drama existed. And I got behind on everything. But hopefully I'll just go back and sort of finish that off. There is 3 dramas on my dropped category for this month. And that is the Chinese drama Winter Night. I have no regrets dropping that one because a friend of mine stuck it out to the end and she was like, yeah, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. So I'm glad I dropped it. It just wasn't working for me for various reasons. So I don't even remember what episode I got to, but I dropped that one. I dropped the drama Almost Lover, and that was simply because I didn't have the time to pick it up, and I sort of had to make a decision on which one, I wanted to keep, and this one was just one that wasn't grabbing me nearly enough as any of the other dramas. So I was like, yeah, I'll just drop it. It isn't working for me. The next one is a Thai drama, and that's The Three Gentle Bros. I sort of watch, Thai dramas, I don't know, they either work for me, like they're crazy sometimes, the stories and whatnot, and they either really work for me or they don't work for me. And this one just wasn't working for me. And I think it's because I wasn't in the right mood for it. Like, for this type of drama, I need to be in, crazy brain turning off kind of moment, and I simply wasn't there, so it just wasn't working. Although saying that, I have it on the dropped list, but I feel like it'll probably need to go on my on hold list because I don't know, I might go back to it, I may not, who knows. And then for my final category, that is the finished ones, I was looking at this and I was thinking, surely I've finished more dramas than this, but I feel like I haven't been finishing a lot of dramas. Like, I've been either putting them on hold or just not having the time. And I think this comes from the fact that, again, I've just been watching a lot more Chinese dramas, and those are a lot harder to keep up with while they're on air. So I tend to finish slightly less, just because I'm focusing on keeping up with the ones that I am watching on air. But I did finish a couple, and that is a Chinese drama called Since I Met You, and I scored that an 8 out of 10 on MDL. The short drama Menzu, and that I scored that a 7.5 out of 10. And the Korean drama The Law Cafe, I love the cast. I just didn't really enjoy the story that much. And I scored that one a 7.5 out of 10 on MDL. I will post, again, like with the November premieres, whenever I do my post for this, I will screenshot both my currently watching and my other, my November premieres, and sort of put those on my Instagram post and on my Twitter post for today's episode. So you'll be able to sort of see all the dramas that I've mentioned throughout the episode. And lastly, this week on Sunday, I did a watch party with a couple of friends, and we watched the Chinese movie, Better Days. Now, when I tell you I was emotionally devastated watching this movie, I'm so glad this was a it was a watch party with friends because I needed the emotional support to get through this drama. It's, guys, if you've never watched it, go watch it. Again, my dog has decided to make noises. Apparently, you guys can't hear it because I was chatting to a podcast listener, and she said, no, you mention it all the time, but I can't hear him, but I can. So, if you can hear it, that's the dog. You know, my co-host. But maybe not. He's gone quiet now. See, I was going to go quiet to see if you guys could pick up the noise that he was making, but now he's gone quiet. He knows I'm talking about him. That's what's happening. Anyways, moving along, going back to Better Days, the movie. This, if you want to watch a Chinese movie, go watch this one. Like, honestly, go watch it. But be prepared. It is a brutal movie. It deals with school bullying. And I don't mean like name calling. I mean like heavy violence, you know, school bullying. It is hard to watch. But I absolutely loved this movie, every single moment of it. I actually ended up scoring it a 9.5 out of 10. And on MDL, funnily enough, this is the highest rated thing. Not like highest rated movie. No. The highest rated out of anything on MDL. I think it's got a 9.2 or a 9.3 on MDL as an average rating. So it's rated above any drama, and in the movie it is also rated number 1. So, and like, I was going into it thinking, okay, this is a really, really highly rated, but that can mean nothing for a lot of dramas or a lot of things. So I didn't think, I was like, oh yeah, you know, I've heard good things about it. I've heard that it's really hard to watch and whatnot. So I was going into it like slightly prepared. But my God, like, when I tell you this movie is hard to watch, it is hard to watch. It's like heart-wrenching at times, but it's still like got an underlying hopefulness to it, that you go to the pits of despair and you can still have somewhat of hope. And I just absolutely loved it. This movie also, it's got a really interesting story. I think it was listed as, it's a Chinese movie, it was listed as it being from Hong Kong, because I believe, and I might be misquoted, I think it got banned in China. I know they had to censor some scenes out to be able to air it in China, and I believe it got banned afterwards. Now, I'm not too sure about that, so I'd probably have to go look it up properly, but it did get censored. But everywhere else in the world, it got released, and it actually picked up quite a lot of steam internationally. Well deserved. The acting in this. And then I find out that the male lead was only 19 when he was in this movie. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, insane. Like, I don't get it. But yeah, I also love the female lead. Like, both of the actor and the actress that played the main male lead and main female lead were so intense. Like, their body acting, I don't know. I just absolutely loved it. I've got no words. And I don't want to go into it because I don't want to spoil it. I just want to say, if you are in a mood to watch a movie, go watch Better Days, the Chinese movie, because it is so much worth your time. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'll say on it. That brings me to the end of this what I'm currently watching list. It's a little bit shorter, I think, than I have had it for quite a while. But like I said, again, it's mostly Chinese dramas, and those just take a lot more time to keep up with. So it makes it a little bit harder for me to throw anything on there. Also, Korean dramas in the second half of the year and in general this year, I just don't think, I'm not saying there's no good ones, please don't misquote me on that, but I'm just saying, for me personally, they just haven't been piquing my interest as much as Chinese dramas, which tends to be the norm anyways. But in general, the second half of the year especially has been like a Chinese drama spectacular thing to watch. So yeah, that's will be it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed. Please let me know what you think about the, last month premieres segment, if you think that's something I should keep doing. Also, what dramas are you currently chasing? What is your currently watching list looking like? And if you were to pick one or two that you're really, really running to, which ones are those? I think that would be my questions for today's episodes. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Come back next week for more chatter from me, and I shall see you in the next episode. This has been another episode of the Tea and Soju Asian Drama Podcast. I'm your host, Liliana, and you can come and chat to me on Instagram at Tea and Soju Pod, all one word, and on Twitter, tea_soju_pod. You can also email me at teandsojupodcast@gmail.com. Lastly, if you enjoy this podcast, please help by rating and reviewing wherever you listen to help others find this drama corner. I'll leave everything linked in the description notes. See you next time for more Asian drama chatter.